Man, I wish Nintendo would hurry up and just put some kind of folder system on the Switch. You know they did, right?
Wait, real shit?
Yeah, real shit. Like, several months ago. I thought you knew. Alright, look here, you little shit. I don't need you spoiling to any of them that it's taken me almost a year to make this video. You got it? Wow, Nintendo finally put folders on the Switch. It's so great. No. No, it's not. No, and I can't even pretend like it is. Okay, this right here is such a limp-dicked, half-hearted, fucking disappointing half measure. God damn. Hey man, you okay? No, I'm not okay. What's wrong? Just think about it. The Nintendo Switch has been on the market for 5 years at this point. 5.5, actually. And in that time, Nintendo absolutely could have been making it the most phenomenal little handheld device they could, right? But they really have done nothing to make it more compelling to use. I mean, they have the Nintendo Switch Online service, and they have been updating the system. I mean, in reality, they haven't, though. Think about it. We've got 3 revisions. We've got a movie. We've got hundreds of games, if not thousands at this point. And yet, still only 2 colors for the home screen? What sense does that make? I mean, it's a really utilitarian approach. You kind of have to commend them for that, right? Look, just because it's utilitarian doesn't mean it's useful, okay? Just because Henry Ford thought something was a good idea doesn't mean it stayed industry standard. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess you're right. All right, now don't get me wrong. I absolutely love my Switch. It's the first console I ever bought new for myself. And it's awesome for someone like me who has all these older games he wants to get to, especially RPGs. Not to mention the NSO service giving me access to SNES and N64 games that I missed out on because I was a PlayStation kid. Now, of course, that doesn't change the fact that the way the Switch has been organized is less than ideal for someone like me who just wants to quickly and efficiently find a game to play. Did you shave? No, you did. What was your question again? Oh, right. So what actually is the problem with the Switch? Like, I don't understand. I mean, just look. To even get to your games, you've got to scroll 13 places to the right. That's what most people are going to do. And then you have to hit another button even just to get to your folders because that only pulls up your full library? I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. Okay, but that's not the point. Okay? Like, look, even to just add a game to a folder, you've got to not only hit that extra button to get to your folders, but then you have to select the folder, and then you have to tell it that you want to add a game to the folder. This is only done one at a time, by the way. And then you have to, for some fucking reason, place it somewhere in that folder. It literally makes no sense. Oh my God. What was that? What? You know, The PS3 had a pretty convoluted way of getting your games organized too. Oh yeah. If I remember correctly, you had to scroll to the game you wanted to sort, you hit triangle, and then scroll down to the bottom where it's game information, then select the album. Yeah, I mean, it's tedious for sure, but you do it once and it's there forever right on the XMB. No extra button presses required. Right, but even if you didn't want to go through all that, the PS3 sorted them itself anyway by release year, by title, by platform, or by the last time you played it. Exactly. I'd like to think of the Switch as having to make copies of a file and then putting each of those copies in specific folders and then having to make sure that they're in exactly the right place. And the organization on the PS3 is like having colored tabs and the filing cabinet organizing it by itself. Yes, yes. But we both know that the organization is just a symptom of a larger problem. Let me guess. The Switch's home screen. You got it. But I don't need your help for this next part. What do you mean? Sorry, man. I gotta do it. Well, truth be told, I imagine that Nintendo's intention was to make the screen work for both docked and handheld mode. But in reality, they just kind of made a boring slab with some pictures on it. What really gets me, though, is when you open up one of the NSO emulator apps. I mean, just look at it. I mean, I know you gotta pay to see it, but the eShop kind of takes the same look, and so does the settings screen. This screams Nintendo Switch to me. I honestly don't understand why this wasn't the default for the Switch. That's why I redesigned the home screen myself. Behold my redesigned Switch home screen. Now, in my opinion, when the Switch OLED came out, this is what Nintendo should have made the Switch home screen look like. It matches the eShop, it matches the NSO service, it matches even the settings menu. Would it have been so hard to make the home screen match? I mean, it's not that difficult. All I did in this was take the buttons that were along the bottom of the screen and move them here to the sidebar. But even beyond that, I even added an extra icon that, let's be honest, wouldn't have taken that much to implement. That little star right there wasn't there before. And that's for your favorites. I did not make a mock-up of that screen because it would look just like this one. But be honest with me. When you look at this, doesn't this just scream Nintendo Switch? My entire goal for this screen was to make it as easy as possible to get to the games that you want to play as quickly as possible. That's why I doubled the number of rows there were and included groups on the home screen. After all, why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I make it my own? My precious.
And what gives you right.
I don't understand.
The right to talk down on someone because they made something you didn't like. The right to change their vision as you see fit. The right to stand there and
self-righteously
declare that you, nobody could make something better.
I don't understand.
What gives you any right?
No. I don't understand why you see my passion, my desire to make things better, and my desire to visualize it, to show people how much better it can be, as me looking down on anybody. I have just as much a right to be frustrated as anyone else. It's in how we show that frustration that makes us who we are. At least I did something productive. I made something. I bettered myself. A lot of people would just go out there and bitch and moan and then go right back to mindlessly consuming. So you know what? I guess that's why I did it. That's what gave me the right.
Is that your answer, then?
Yeah. It is.
I see. I will be watching you closely.
Wait, who are you?
Zero.
Well, I gotta be honest with y'all. This video took forever for me to make, okay? I mean, I made these mock-ups 6 months ago, almost 7. By this point, everyone's made peace with how shit the Switch will be forever. But I'd like to think that this was fun and to some degree worth it. I don't know. All I know is I gotta get back to playing this thing. And as always, thank you for choosing to watch. See you next time.